this December, coming to Meadow Park is an amazing opportunity to solve for X with your friends and win money. So 16 winners and a double elimination bracket and prizes to be announced later time. We have them already. And if you win, here, let's zoom in over here. Let's say you're this team and you win and you keep winning and you win this battle too. You go all the way to the championship. However, if this is you and you lose, you move over here and you can fight your way back to the championship.
This is our team 10. We're Team Slick.
Hey, put your phone away. No phones in the tournament.
Off the table, off and away all day. This is our first problem that we're going to solve. You are solving for X. Everybody, let's write this down. Okay? Let's not be too loud for the other team to hear us. Okay? 3x minus 1 equals 2x plus 6. Now everybody, let's solve. Okay? Nice. So you saw what I had. We worked together. Okay, box your answers. Okay, do you have the same thing?
Yeah.
You have it now? Hold on. You gotta fix this. Fix that first.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
totally.
All right, cool. Now box that. Okay, we have it now. Teacher, come look. Okay. Teacher,
We got it.
Teacher, we got it.
Why, thank you, teacher.
Yes, we got it. Okay, so go.
Where?
Go block yellow.
Go block yellow because they're about to win. Okay. Why are you doing so hard? Okay, go. Yeah, we blocked him. High five.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now we have to get the next one of these from the teacher. Got it. Next one. Okay. So we worked that problem. Okay, we worked it. Zoom in over here. Okay, I got x equals 4. You guys all got 6?
Yeah.
I think I'm right. So we gotta fix something.
I think you subtracted 2 right there instead of added.
No, he added when he should have subtracted.
I added 2. I did it right. But
10 plus 2 is...
oh, so if it has to be what? 12? Oh, so when you make an error, just it's okay to fix it and just make sure you fix it on here. And it's not 4 anymore, it's 6. So that's why it's 6. Okay, let's call the teacher over. Okay, teacher, we're ready. And the teacher comes over, looks at our work. If we have the right answer, we get one of these. Teacher agrees. Go. Place
Again?
it. Yes. Again, until we win.
Where?
Put it so we have 3.
Put it so we have 3, yeah. Good. Good. We're going fast. Okay, next one. Switch with the teacher.
We should like
Boom.
have like a Janet in that seat, like somehow like, how did that change?
Okay, here's the next one. Let's go.
This is hard.
It's got distributive property.
Top 2 teams win and advance to the next round. So we advanced to the next round. One more team advanced to the next round. The 2 losing teams go to a different bracket because you can still win a championship if you have 1 loss. If you lose twice, you're out of the tournament. Okay? There is lots of questions about tiebreakers. So if a team is, let's go to the board here and let's show a tiebreaker. So let's say that no team's connected 4 yet and the time's out. Okay? There's no 4 there and time's out. So how do you decide who wins here? The time limit is 45 minutes. So after 45 minutes, if this is where we're at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yellow has 5, orange has 5, blue has 4, and pink has 4. So the top 2 teams that advance without any extra question are yellow and orange because they have the most stickies, which means they got the most questions correct. So no challenge question needed, and they advance. Now let's do this. If you look now, you have 4 pink, 4 blue, 4 orange, 4 yellow. Which team advances now? It would have to go to a 1 challenge question. And so each of these teams would get a challenge question, and the first 2 teams to get the challenge question correct advance to the next round. If you do something like this, where 3 teams have 4, but this third team only has 3, then the challenge question will be given to only those 3 teams, and the first 2 teams that come out of that advance to the next round. So that takes care of that question. These battles will take place in Ruiz's room, Klochek's room, Harrison's room, Merrim's room. We can add that. and my room. And let's go to the bracket and show how the bracket works. Okay. 2 brackets. 1 bracket here, another bracket here. A common question is why 2 brackets? Because there's so many teams. There's 64 teams. There's over 200 7th graders playing in this tournament. And each team of 4 represents one of these sticky notes. So there's 64 teams of 4, okay? If your team wins, you advance to the next round. We just move you along like that. And all these will have your team name on them eventually. And we're gonna move you throughout the bracket. If you lose, we move you to a different bracket. If you lose twice, you're off and you're out of the tournament, okay? And that's how that works. Yes, you may not touch anybody else's sticky note once it's up there. So let's go show the wrong example of how to do that. So let's say I'm placing my orange one here, and I move this one over. You can't do that, okay? If you do that, a penalty will be put in place, and we will remove one of yours and put back this, and now you just don't get that question anymore. You're never gonna have that one again. So the penalty is you lose the one you put up there. So don't touch anybody else's stickies at all. If one falls off on accident, just make sure the teacher knows. The teacher will put that back where it was, and we'll make sure we have that. You don't want to work too loudly because you don't want to give away the answers to the other team. So you want to make sure that the volume is actually giving your team an advantage, not the other team's an advantage when you don't need it. No phones, no Chromebooks allowed. Teams are allowed to help each other within the team. Also, each player has to show their work. So if I just write down, all right, X is 3, but my problem over here shows that X is 5, the teacher can't come over and pass anybody without the correct work shown. So even if I get it wrong, just go ahead and get all the work shown to get it right so that you can move on. I think that's going to be the number one thing that happens is the kid's going to do it wrong and they're just going to go, oh, it's 4, and not change any of their work. And then we just need to be aware that the work has to actually equal 4. So that's our job to make sure that that is occurring. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Don't do drugs and stay in school.
What? Good luck and have fun.